Hey everybody, I wanted to do an update video just to let you know where things are at. The videos that you've seen, at least up until this point, have been from my latest trip to Bangkok. That happened a few months ago. And actually, yesterday I just returned from Bangkok again. So, um, just want to kind of go over the videos you should expect to see and then kind of what you'll see going forward. But I was gone for about 2 weeks. It was an amazing time. I went through Asiana and actually had a 12-hour layover in Korea, so I made the most of it and I went to the Gwangjang market. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. So you'll see actually a couple videos on that just because it's a bit longer, so I'm going to break that up. But after Korea or South Korea, went to Bangkok. I was actually really pleased with the way it worked out in terms of timing. I ended up getting to Bangkok around midnight. The reason why I'm happy with that is that uh, I got back to my hotel around midnight. I got to Bangkok around 11, so it took a little bit to get through customs. It was pretty busy then. I got a grab to my hotel. Of course, I had to stop by 7-Eleven to get a little bit to eat. But the good part about arriving then, at least for me, is that I ended up sleeping till about 11:30 or so that first day, and so I didn't really. Well, I probably still had jet lag. It's more it's hard to notice it, but I didn't feel jet lag. So I woke up and got ready. I was surprised. I thought maybe it was 9 in the morning, but it was 11:30. So which is fine. Bangkok's a all night or all day, I should say, 24-hour city. So always something to do. But I first thing I did was got my massage at my regular massage place, and so it was a like I said a great experience. Got a ton of massages, which helped therapeutic for my back and whatnot, Thai massages and whatnot. So did a lot of that. Ate at a lot of different food places. I went to some places that you saw in previous videos, but without audio issues this time. So I went to the uh, several markets. I went. Um, Gosh, I can't think of everything. Probably a little bit of jet lag still. I got 10 hours of sleep last night. So, but several different food places. I did a lot of street food. I know people like the walks, the Sukhumvit walks. So I did several of those. The non-talking ones, but I also have talking as well in terms of what was on my mind. Um, there were some things that happened that weren't that great. I didn't put that on video, but I did have an issue with my card provider after I think 4 days or so. They froze my card and they wanted me to call in, and so I had an issue with my phone number. Basically, I had to work around that. I basically had to activate it so I can get my U.S. phone number there to resolve that issue. So I had that, and then the other thing that really impacted me, I don't have any videos on this, is I did get food poisoning. Not from street food either. It was from a high-end mall. So I ended up getting a soft shell crab curry, and the doctor thinks that it was maybe the coconut milk in the curry, but I got the food poisoning about a week in, and that first day was pretty bad. I couldn't get any videos that day. It did last until the second day, and I had some effects on my body where I felt like the best decision was to go to the hospital. So I went to Bangkok International Hospital, which was amazing. I felt like a VIP there. They had somebody there, an interpreter, to basically at my side for everything. I ended up going to get the gastroenterologist, and so the food poisoning got into my system, my blood. So that's I made a good decision for that. They gave me basically an IV drip of antibiotics and some fluid. They did want to admit me, but I actually felt a lot better by the end of the treatment. And they also gave me some medicine to take to follow up with that, which so I got to test the healthcare system. um, and it was a really good experience with the healthcare system. The bad part is the next day I read the instructions for one of the medicines incorrectly, the antibiotic, and I only took one in the morning instead of two, and then one at night instead of two. So that next day, towards the nighttime, I started feeling pretty sick again. And in the morning, when I was going to take supposed to take the medicine, I went ahead and read the instructions again and realized immediately, like, well, I should have taken two. So I took two as I was supposed to. Waited a little bit. Within a couple hours, I started feeling better, and I went on and finished the cycle of the antibiotics and the other medicines, and ended up okay. But I did lose 3 or 4 days as a result of that. So that was hard. It was really hard, but it's all a learning experience, and if nothing else, you got to make sure to stay hydrated in Bangkok. With food poisoning, I mean, you're losing a lot of liquids, but also with the humidity, just sweating a bunch. I mean, it's it's just good call to something to call out. Just make sure you stay hydrated. If you're maybe not as used to that climate, I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and it's very dry most of the time. So sweat just evaporates, and it's a different environment. So aside from those two things, like I said, amazing time. I got to try so many different foods. I wanted to try more, but yeah, I had to be careful after the food poisoning. So I there's always going to be unfinished business. So I'll be returning in 3 or 4 months. So and then the return trip, I was really happy with that. I used Korean Air. The reason why I like that is they have a partnership with Delta, so you can get points through Delta even though it's with Korean Air. And between Asiana and Korean Air, I mean, they're my first time using both of those airlines. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the food, you get, an American option or a Korean option, and it's just more leg room. I highly recommend those airlines. I will definitely use them again, and hopefully find another 12-hour layover in Korea so I can do that trip again. I wanted to get more videos on that in terms of exchanging money at the airport, and also buying a ticket to get on the train, which is a really cost-effective way of doing it. But you have to understand, I mean, at that point, I'm about 24 hours, actually more than 24 hours awake, because I didn't get a lot of sleep on the plane right there. It's maybe like 3 or 4 hours. So it's just really hard to, at least for me, to learn and then do the video at the same time. So I can tell you the next time, given what I know, I will be able to get videos on that, and I do plan on doing that. So, and the other hard part about Korea was it was cold. I mean, I dressed for it, but it was that cool air. You could feel it going through my jeans. So it was, going from Korea to Bangkok. That it was it's a pretty big contrast. I mean, it is wintertime, so um, what was that? I was gonna say one more thing about um, Delta. I don't remember. Let me see, Korean Air, but yeah, I don't remember. Excuse me. So oh yeah, that was the other thing I was going to say. So I did leave Bangkok in the morning. My flight was at 9:40, and I will want to do that again as well. As it worked out, my layover, I went through Korea again, was 2 hours 20 minutes. It was perfect. I can tell you at the Korean airport, I use Incheon Airport. Their transfer from international flights is seamless. It is amazing. I mean, I don't know how close you want to cut it. I mean, I've seen layovers of like 45 minutes, which, if you're using Korean, I really do trust that airline. I mean, they are top notch. I mean, at least with this experience, I don't know if anybody had any bad experiences, but um, top notch airline. But the transfer process was very easy, and also the day trip was very easy as well, because you'll leave the airport. You have to fill out a card. Basically, it normally asks for which hotel you're staying at, and so I had a little trouble with that because I wasn't staying at a hotel. They just basically said to put your flight number in, but very, very doable if you have a long enough layover to leave the airport, get to Seoul, which takes about an hour, do what you need to do. The subway system there is amazing. very really highly efficient, and then come back to the airport to get to where you're going. So I know I just got back, but I'm already planning the next trip. Um, at this point, and this is tentative, so don't hold me to it. I am looking to go to Vietnam for about a week, and then from Vietnam to Phuket for a couple days, and then back to Bangkok for about a week because I just really enjoy Bangkok. I was basically living there for 2 weeks. It's the culture, the people, the smiles, the happiness, the food, the options there. I mean, it's just I love it there. I love it there. Even with the bad experience with food poisoning and the card stuff. So, that stuff happens. You can't control it. So, but yeah, I am looking to go back. I need to work out a few details. I need to actually look at hotels in Vietnam. I haven't done that yet. And then hotels in Phuket. I haven't done that yet. Bangkok, I've done a lot of research, so there's not going to be much work for me there. But man, yeah, I had an amazing time. So hopefully you guys enjoy the videos that come. It's hard to tell how many I have just because of the length of some of them. I'm going to be chopping it up with the walks, and so I think I have somewhere between 50 and 60 videos. Again, don't hold me to that. I have to break that apart, and I don't want to do that all today. But I felt like I needed to make an update video because I'm trying to release 2 videos a week, and well, all my previous content has been posted, and I need all my videos that I just got are just on the computer, so I got to start working and editing. And I really do enjoy the editing process. I try to keep it as raw as possible. I like that style, but one of the things I love about it is it just allows me to relive being there. So it's almost like I'm always in Thailand or whatever place I end up visiting. So it's going to start with the market in Korea, and I don't know the order of all these things or how I'm going to do it. I might actually switch it up in terms of a walking video versus a food video versus different formats. So, but I went up and down Sukhumvit, guys, up and down Sukhumvit. I mean, long walks. I went down the soys, had random street food tasting. I went to Ped Mark again. Got level 5. I didn't eat the peppers. The sound is good. I went to a Michelin star place, actually a couple times, one for a video, one just for me. I tried to give you as much as I could see the various soys in the morning time, in the day, at the nighttime. So I did a lot of walking around. That's the best way to do it. I took Grab bike rides, which I love those. Took the BTS, the MRT. I mean, went everywhere. Chinatown. I had plans to do more things, but I had to take care of the food poisoning again. But rambling a little bit. Sorry. Again, I got 10 hours of sleep, and I was up for maybe 30 or so of the 32 hours I was up the previous day. So anyway, if you guys like my content, then you'll really like the upcoming content because it's better with learning new equipment and just learning from doing this and tweaking things here and there. But anyway, if you do like the videos, please subscribe, please like, please comment. Also, if you have any suggestions for places to go when I'm in Vietnam, I plan on being in Ho Chi Minh City or Saigon. Also Phuket, if you have any suggestions. Of course, Bangkok, always open to that. There's just so much to see, and you only have so much time and only so much room in your stomach too. I found that out. It's just it's a fun experience. So hope you're all doing well, and I will see you all later.